Cream of nowhere.
What's up, everybody? A Voice of Bedlam podcast. Thanks for downloading. We got a great show for you today.
Great show.
A great show. A giant great show.
The best show ever.
All right, guys, thanks for downloading. I'm your host, Andrew Bedlam. I got my two main dudes with me. We got Devil John and Sean Bedlam. What's up, guys?
Well, what's going on out there? It is our weekend coming up now because you guys won't get another, video or audio cast until Tuesday. So, I feel pretty great. Although, you know what we just did? We just had a really nice interview again. But
Yeah,
I'll let you do that. But first of all, we need to say what's up to Mr. Sean, who graces with his presence on another Thursday.
I'm here on another Thursday. What's
Get out
up,
of
everybody? We got a great show for you. Don't miss out on this one. I'm happy to be here. Let's do it.
All right, yeah, well, we had a guest on today, John Schmelk, reporter for Giants.com and host of Big Blue Kickoff Live on Giants.com. Had a nice little phone call with him, not just about the Giants, the draft in general, so make sure you stick around for that.
You won't want to miss it.
Thank you, John, for coming on.
Now,
Yes, thank you, John.
Before we really get things moving with football, let's take a break here and tell them about a Reputation Resolve.
Well, Reputation Resolve is an all-in-one software that will help you build and manage your business reputation online.
All right, now you can get this from solutions.reputationresolve.com. That's solutions.reputationresolve.com. Go check them out for your small up-and-coming business.
Yeah, get your chance at 5-star ratings and some feedback and, better serve your customers. So, hit them up, solutions.reputationresolve.com.
Now, let's keep things moving and jump in right with the Colts. Now, Andrew Luck is scheduled to make $16.1 million in 2016 due to Jim Irsay and the Colts exercising his fifth-year option. You guys know after the new CBA, first-round draft picks is a 4-year contract, but then the team basically, it's almost like a franchise tag and just keep you there. Do you know what I mean? And got to give you a nice little salary, but $16 million, I mean, that's not really much for somebody of Andrew Luck's caliber, and that's really what we're going to talk about now, because even though they're exercising the options now, the last time the Colts did something similar to this would be with Peyton Manning, and the next year he was franchised. So with Andrew Luck coming off his worst season, now he did suffer the lacerated kidney, but
rough.
What did he do? 12 interceptions in 7 games? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hasselbeck was outperforming him, and Luck was also having some other injuries. Now, everybody was thinking this was the next great one. This was the next Brady. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think anybody's really...
man.
Yeah.
He's still got it.
I think, he
still got
just
that
he got
chance.
a lacerated kidney.
Absolutely. I'm not arguing this at all.
But he
his
did
numbers
throw
are
a lot
down.
of picks.
Now, because the money that he's going to be looking for, we're looking kind of at that Eli Manning, Joe Flacco, Aaron Rodgers, Big Ben. We're talking, low 20 million. Before this past season, a lot of people were saying Andrew Luck was going to come in, you know what I mean, and bam, he was going to get 25 mil a year. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Now, I don't think it's going to be that high anymore. Now, those are the last, 5 guys, them and, what's his name, Phillip Rivers out there and with the Chargers were the last guys to really get those contract extensions. Now, we have people from, all different walks of the career here. We got Wilson and, let's see, Flacco, Rodgers, Wilson, Big Ben, Manning. All those guys have Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Luck does not. He's going to be demanding a 9-figure salary. What would you guys do, just looking at his contract in the future?
Well, he's got with the pedigree that Andrew Luck has. He should be making. I mean, he's only a 5th-year player. He's still got a chance to be that guy that the Colts drafted him to be, and he's. Flacco, Rodgers, Wilson, Roethlisberger, those guys are all making around $21, $22 million a year. Now, after last year with the injury and all that stuff, the Colts still have a chance to sign him to an extension by July 4th, and he's probably going to command at least somewhere in that range, I would imagine.
Yeah, I hear that, but it just kind of seems kind of strange to give a guy that much money who we're really just projecting what he's going to do and not so much what he's done. And now I'm not diminishing Andrew Luck. He is the best young quarterback in the league by far, but I'm just saying, let's not crown him too early. Do you know what I mean?
If you're Andrew Luck's agent, though, you got to be looking at these other
absolutely.
numbers and being like, well, why isn't my guy getting this?
And if I'm the owner, I'm saying he hasn't been there as long, with the exception of Wilson, and he doesn't have a ring. All those other guys
but
have rings.
he's only a fifth-year player, man.
So is Wilson. Right around. I don't know if
Wilson also
exactly,
had that defense, though.
Absolutely, yeah, and Skittles.
And
Yeah.
Skittles.
But Andrew Luck, he's got T.Y. Hilton still to throw to.
Yeah.
So, he's got one solid target to throw
But they need to get him an offensive line.
Yeah, he has no. Yeah, you suffer a lacerated kidney on the field. That's how terrible your line is. Damn.
Didn't you guys remember Chris Sims, Phil Sims' other son, played for Tampa?
Oh, yeah.
I do remember him.
I forget. He had a lacerated, I forget if it was his liver or his kidney, something really bad. Finished the game, came back and won it, but it pretty much ended his career. He never came back from that. That's what happened to Chris Sims.
Ouch.
He was really a nice, not nowhere near the level of Andrew Luck, but he was a nice up-and-comer, and he had that lacerated, I forget what it was, but it was some kind of laceration to an organ, and he did not bounce back.
Yeah, honestly, though, my opinion on Mr. Luck going into next year is, I really do feel like this is going to be the year that he shows himself, which he's going to have to now, because now with that fifth-year option, in order to not get, smacked down with like a franchise tag and really put himself out on the market, he needs to, really make himself, make himself available to be a top elite quarterback.
When you say when you say he's gonna show himself, do you expect him to show himself in a good way, or do you think he's gonna
this is gonna be
play like he did last year?
He's gonna become who he is, and then that is going to be what everybody else buys in on, because you see how quick names get tossed into the mix and then out of the mix. You have Heisman Trophy winners that came in the league and went out the league quicker than you could say howdy doody dandy. So I know that was really cheesy, but
I like cheese.
I like cheese too. I love cheese. I love mac and cheese.
You know what else I like?
I also like staying on topic. So the Colts, the Colts, that's their dude, and he took over after he took over there after Manning, which are some really big shoes to fill,
and he's done well so far.
Exactly. So I think that this is going to be the year that he bounces back after having his slump.
I agree.
And he just give him some protection.
Get him an offensive line. Keep the boy healthy. But with that, you should also be keeping your engine healthy. And you could do just that with K&N replacement air filters. You guys got to go to knfilters.com/podcast. You go there. They're going to hook you up with a great deal, free shipping, and a K&A hat, and a great deal on replacement air filters. These guys are the original performance filter of NASCAR. They're made in America, and they have the 1,000,000-mile guarantee.
And it's not just air filters, too. They also have some oil filters. So get the all-around package from our friends over at K&N Filters by visiting the knfilters.com/podcast. And when you go to that site and use that link, knfilters.com/podcast, you're going to be able to get a free shipping on your order and also a free hat.
Did you guys know they last up to 50,000 miles between servicing?
Yeah, I honestly, I do. On the last podcast, I was saying, that, I'm a Mopar guy, and I'm DIY to the point that, I like to do everything on my own, so that if anything happens to it, I'm like, you know what? I blame myself. I blame myself, but no, I did switch to K&N, and it was great. It was right up. If not better, it was better than my Mopar at times.
Does Colin Kaepernick,
because of that Byroness?
does Colin Kaepernick blame himself for what's going on with the Niners? Because that's our next topic.
I think so. I think so, because Colin Kaepernick is he has missed a transaction deadline. But
he's still a Niner.
He's getting paid.
He's still a Niner.
They're keeping him a Niner for now. His contract is now guaranteed as of what, 4 o'clock today Eastern time?
4 p.m. today.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so he is a Niner. He still could be traded, but his contract is now guaranteed. That contract is $11.9 million. Now
It'll be a draft day. It'll be a draft day
exactly
trade.
the reason why, I mean, Collarnick.
Hey guys, we just
Copernicus.
I got my buddy there, Collarnick. He's gonna throw the ball for you guys.
But Colin Kaepernick has come out and he is saying he wants to go to another team. He was talking up the Browns. Now they have RG3, but he still wants out. People have been trying to say that he could end up in Denver. Now the Niners have been saying from the gate, nah, we're not moving him. But there's also rumors out there that the Niners want a 3rd-round pick for him.
Yeah, they haven't gotten any takers on that, so that's why he's still there. At least one of the reasons why he's still there.
Yeah, and there's not too many other landing spots for him. So,
well, I mean, you got Denver and you got the Jets possibly.
No, Denver's. I don't think Denver's got. Well, unless
Elway might go after a guy like Kaepernick.
That'd be the draft day solution.
Exactly.
If he, but that's the. I don't know. It depends on how he pulls the gun for it. Do you go for the young talent and go for somebody that's in the draft, or do you trade for Colin Kaepernick?
Well, now let's keep one other person in mind here, Blaine Gabbert. Now, Blaine Gabbert started 8 games last year. He had what do you have? 10 TDs. What do you have?
He had 10 TDs and 7 interceptions. 2,031 passing yards last year,
and that outperforms Kaepernick. Do we have Kaepernick's exact numbers?
Exactly.
He played in 9 games. He started at 8 of them. He had six touchdowns and 5 interceptions, 1,615 yards. That's not getting it done.
That is not getting it done.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I see this happening. Blaine Gabbert being the starting quarterback and Kaepernick getting, traded to the Broncos for that 3rd-round pick because, they won a Super Bowl. So it doesn't matter what, they give up because they got the end of the pickings anyway.
And Kaepernick would actually have a defense now.
Yeah. So I see that realistically happening for real. I see it.
At least a couple weeks ago, there were rumors going around, Mike Mayock or whoever, guys doing mock drafts and stuff like that, saying that the Niners were possibly interested in Jared Goff in the draft this year. So,
well, yeah, they want a quarterback.
I saw that scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I saw that.
Yeah, they want a quarterback. Who doesn't want a quarterback? So you're gonna exercise all your options these days, and sometimes, you gamble on a young player and you make out, just like, Cam Newton.
See, this is what I don't like about the Colin Kaepernick situation. You are supposed to be a competitor.
Yeah.
He feels like he came into the league. He was on a great team, came in relief for, what's his name, Smith. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He came in for relief in him, took him to the Super Bowl, and this kid was kind of crowned early. But now, I mean, he wants to get traded because he's afraid that he can't outperform Blaine Gabbert. If you can't outperform Blaine Gabbert, you shouldn't be a starter then.
Yeah,
you can't be afraid of Blaine Gabbert. You can't be afraid of Tom Brady. You got to think that you're the best and you're going to take the bull by the horns and earn that job. And that's what he should be doing instead of crying like, excuse me.
Blaine Gabbert
crying like a little girl.
more though in less games. One less game.
Wait, what did you say that now?
He performed more. Blaine Gabbert outperformed him in with -1.
But Blaine Gabbert also couldn't make it in Jacksonville. So like,
well, who can?
That's because oh my gosh, look at Jacksonville.
Blake Bortles is doing it right now.
Kinda, like not really. They didn't make the playoffs
because now that he has Hearns and he has a target now to throw.
I was picking up Hearns the end of DraftKings last year, man. He was hanging out on my roster.
All I'm saying is I hear what you're saying. Like, if
who was Blaine Gabbert throwing to then?
I don't even remember, man. There was
Exactly.
a garbage
So
Jacksonville team.
So now he goes over to San Francisco. He has some name wide receivers to throw to, and he got 2,000 yards.
All I'm saying is I hear what Andrew over here is saying is that if Blaine Gabbert is the biggest obstacle in your path, you should be able to overcome that obstacle.
And even if Tom Brady's the obstacle in your path, you should be at least attempting to overcome the obstacle, not saying, I want to get out of here. I want to just be given the starting job. I wouldn't want you on my team with anybody then. You know what I mean? Like, but I guess, wait, you got something else on Kaepernick?
Well, no, I was just thinking, I was like, to kind of segue us into this thing, but do you guys have problems controlling your flatulence?
We're not like endorsing Gas X or something now, are we?
No. It sounds like a startup.
Ask my wife if I'm good at like controlling my flatulence. She'll tell you no.
Well, because apparently, if you have a problem holding your flatulence, you're in the same club as a famous linebacker
by the name of Von Miller, Super Bowl MVP. Now, he came out and told everyone during a press conference that he's the most frequent offender of the team. I'm trying to think of how they worded their gas tax or something, their fart tax. If you fart during a meeting with the Denver Broncos, it's $100 fine. And I guess he gets this all the time, and things haven't changed even now that he's on Dancing with the Stars.
Wow.
So his dance instructor.
So you're saying Von Miller is farting on TV with like girls and dresses and
yes,
stuff?
beautiful women.
Whitney Carson McAllister is his
Whitney
dance
Carson McAllister.
Yeah.
Now she has said that she is going to follow in the Broncos' footsteps, and she will be finding him every time he farts in rehearsal, and she has begun to already.
Yeah, that's got
$100.
Yo, think about it though. She's a professional dancer, right? Who's like dealt with like people that have graduated from like prestigious colleges such as like Juilliard, and and here's this dude farting in her face because she's coming underneath him, and then he goes, and then he gets, you get crop dusted in the middle of a performance. That's just messed up.
Now it's the off season when this is what
I was
we're
going to
talking
say
about.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, come on, it's funny. We all do it, because I don't care what any, because you know what? Here, and this is how we know that it's funny. Okay, you have a young baby.
Yes.
All right.
You guys don't want to know what happened.
All right.
In that department in my house today.
Well.
With my young babies. It was bad. It was a war scene. It was a crime scene.
But when you make a fart noise, how does your daughter react?
My little girl, they
so it's in, you're not saying, hey baby, when you fart, this is funny. The baby it's just funny.
Well,
all right?
Apparently not to women, especially beautiful dance
no, there's a time and
instructors.
place. There is a time and place for it, like a crowded elevator.
All right. Okay. Now,
it was the lady over here. But anywho, so you got a player card going on now, right? What we need to player card. Oh,
you gotta work in a drop for a player card. All right, we're not
gonna
need
a drop or something.
We're not going to be having a 4-minute hut tonight, which is really our our big segment and everything like that.
4-minute.
But we are going to be doing a player card, which is basically like when we were kids, we used to get the player card and all his stats and all that be on the back. So we're going to look in.
We used to call them trading cards.
Career. Yeah, exactly, trading card. Yeah, we're going to look into the career.
We're calling ours the player card
today of Percy Harvin. Now, Percy Harvin wasn't in the league last year, but he has come out and said he wants to return. He wants back in the NFL. Now, he's a former Florida Gator. He was the 22nd overall pick in 2009, going to the Vikings. Now, after he went to the Vikings, a lot of injuries, bounced around to many different teams, did play a key part in the Seahawks Super Bowl win. Not the season, just the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he was out
Came
that
back
season
for the Super Bowl and could have been their MVP. Do you know what I mean?
But you know what? Also, he's also a head case.
I was just going to say, and he left right after that because of some locker room problems or whatever.
You know, or whatever. He
migraine
punched,
issue
like,
too,
you know,
doesn't
he
he?
pulled, you know, like what, Josh Norman versus Cam Newton at, you know, training camp and punched somebody. So, yeah, you got a problem with anger.
I mean, so we're talking.
And but he's been known to be, you know, a negative impact and negative energy in the locker room. That's why they were bopped around. He was bopped around
Exactly.
so much. So, like,
But he did play on two different Rex Ryan teams. He went from Vikings to Seahawks to Jets. Then Rex went to the Jets. Or nope, that's not true. He wasn't there with Rex. Yeah, no, okay. But he did eventually, did go over to Buffalo. And no, he was there for training camp and stuff like that. He just
didn't make it.
Yeah, I think I forget the details in that part. But I mean, like I said, he's a Super Bowl champion. He made the Pro Bowl in 2009, All Pro in 2009, and was also Rookie of the Year. But since then, he just hasn't been able to stay healthy. Had a lot of problems.
Mentally,
what would you think about
and physically?
What would you think about him coming to your team?
I wouldn't put him on my team at all. Honestly, if the Panthers signed him, I would denounce my fandom because honestly,
Wow,
you know,
I would go that hard with it.
well, no, because you know, think about it like this. You know, why would you willingly bring a cancer into your team, especially especially coming off the big year for the Panthers, and not only that, this being the 51st year, Sam Mills' number, that Super Bowl is ours. Super Bowl is ours.
Okay.
And you can't break that keep pounding spirit. You know what I mean? And you can't bring somebody like that in there because when you have a next man up mentality, that means that you respect the person that's coming up into your shoes. And when you have someone like Percy Harvin, who is such a head case and stuck into himself, basically,
You don't think he would take on that
Terrell
role
Owens
very well?
2.0. Terrell Owens 2.0. If I'm not, if we keep it real. He's gonna bring a negative impact upon your team, and honestly, so what? You can catch a ball. Go catch a ball in Canadian Football League.
But let's not. You're right. I hear you there. But I mean, he does have talent, and people with talent get
Browns will
jobs.
take him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he has
They
only
need a wide
played.
receiver.
He has only played in 73 of 128 possible regular season games. He has 351 receptions with over 4,000 yards.
Terrible.
22 TDs, 5 fumbles. Okay, but his kick return yards, he's got over 4,000 kick return yards on 152 returns. He is really like your speed demon, like your Ted Ginn Jr. over there. You know what I mean?
There was a point where
Fast
he was
legs.
like, as far as the kick return game, he was dangerous. Like he was up there.
Oh,
with,
definitely.
He was up there with like. Maybe not at the same time, but he was kind of like a Devin Hester type guy. Like he was feared. Like you don't kick off, you don't punt the ball to Percy Harvin. Now you asked, would I have him on my team? No. He's old, and like John said, he's a head case. It's too much. I wouldn't take him.
Now,
especially where the Eagles are right now. They don't need a guy like that.
Well, the Browns do need somebody because if I'm not mistaken, I
don't think that's a good idea.
The old Raiders quarterback turned wide receiver. Now I just lost his name. But he's like their number one wide receiver right now. Now that they lost Benjamin, they don't have wide receivers over there in Cleveland.
But see, I don't think they have a strong enough locker room. See, I do think possibly that Percy Harvin
Josh Gordon's coming back.
could exactly. They don't have a strong locker room. I do think that Percy Harvin could
You
go
throw
to
all the head cases on one team and see what happens.
No, but I'm talking about him succeeding. I think if you put him on a team like the Giants with a strong locker room, and I mean, we don't know how strong of a head coach McAdoo's going to be, but thinking more from the Coughlin era, do you know what I mean? That might be the type of place that keeps
I got
him
a question
straight,
for you
like
then.
Moss with the Patriots.
My question for you then, all right, and it's two options, on the answer here. Who gets punched first? He gets punched, or he punches somebody?
I thought you were going to go straight with he punches Odell, or Odell punches him. That's what I thought you were going to get.
No. See, I just wanted you to fill that in because I want everybody to see.
No, I'm not saying that I want Percy Harvin, but I'm saying with someone like that, when you put him on a team, maybe like the Giants, Green Bay, a team like that with a strong quarterback, leaders. Do you know what I mean? an adult, a big boy team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got
Not
you.
a circus. He
What
might.
about the
you know what I
Patriots?
mean? Yes, exactly. A team like the Patriots. I'm not saying you had to go to the Giants. Yeah, a team where there's leadership and respect, and you know what I mean. It's not the goof off clown show. You know what I mean? He's not going to go good with Rex Ryan.
Opposed to all the other teams.
Not going to go good to Rex Ryan.
No, I don't think he's going to have a home.
So you think he's just done?
If anything, or if he does find a home, it's going to be on a practice squad, because honestly,
Right
he would
about that.
have to prove himself to an organization that he can either play as a teammate or go out there and be the number one wide receiver. Because if that's the case, then you need to perform. You need to perform, and not only that, you need to keep your head in line. Maybe the year off will, gave him, some humble pie, if you will, and brought him back to reality to understand that it's like, this gift I have does not have to be used this way. I can work with other people with my talent and my craft, and we can craft genius. But if you're not willing, many hands make for light work, right? Well, if you're going out there with one man, in mind, you're going to lose every time.
All right, now, before we get to this John Schmelk interview, let's take a second here and tell you about angelsfriendlygetaways.com. Now, especially for the sports fan.
Not only that, man, the concert goers, dude.
Oh, yes, the concert goers as
and
well.
not only that, I don't know about y'all, but unfortunately, I'm going to be leaving next month to go to the New England Metal Hardcore Festival, which I'm going to hit up our buddy over here and see what he can do, because it's in Worcester, Massachusetts, and it's a little expensive up there.
Yeah, I mean, he'll hook you up with the whole 9 yards. They can get you cars, rooms, whatever. Do you know what I mean? If you want to go to, an out-of-market team, like maybe some of you Rams fans still want to go out there and see
The
them
new
play
place.
in the Coliseum. It's not the new place yet. I
Well,
think it's
no,
still
the new
going.
home, the new place.
So you can go book the whole trip, the flight, the car, the game tickets, hotel reservation, all through angelsfriendlygetaways.com. That's angelsfriendlygetaways.com.
Also,
now we're gonna
hold on, but what about those people that love traveling? They could also get a job with him, can't they?
Oh, yeah. You can be paid to travel with him. And you guys can also get a hold of him by calling 1-716-980.
5727. That is 1-716-980-5727. And that's angelsfriendlygetaways.com.
And
And on that website, don't forget to click the Book Now button and sign up for hot deals and get subscribe to the newsletter they got there.
all right, with that, guys, let's get into this John Schmelk interview from Giants.com. All right, how's everybody doing out there today? Thanks for tuning in to this special edition Voice of Bedlam podcast. If you want to take that next jump with your business or company, you need to come over and advertise on the Voice of Bedlam podcast. Get your ad heard by thousands on a reoccurring basis. Just click buy now and send us your info. Thanks a lot, guys.